Welcome to this episode of Airsoft Pacific's Airsmithing and Airsoft tips and tricks. Today we're going to show you an easy trick to improve the air seal of your HopUp unit. On our skill scale of 1 to 3, this is a 2. You will need the following items: your barrel and HopUp assembly, a new bucking and nub if you want to replace or update your current one, white Teflon tape, and your normal set of tools and shop supplies. For this video, I've already removed the barrel and HopUp assembly from the AEG. This is from a KWA, and while the HopUp assembly is proprietary, the bucking and nub are not. Turn the HopUp all of the way off. Remove the C-clip and pull out the barrel. Make sure not to lose any parts. Different manufacturers use different methods to seal and stabilize the barrel and the HopUp. For comparison, here is an older bucking that I've already cut down, one of the steps we will be doing shortly. Remove the old bucking very carefully, especially if you plan on reusing it. You do not want to damage it. This AEG belongs to a friend, and the barrel has not been polished yet. So I'm going to do that first. Refer to episode 7 for that tip and trick. The barrel is all done, so let's get back to the bucking. There are many options available for you to choose from. It's always a good idea to test fit the bucking first. Some are thicker and may not install into your HopUp assembly. Now let's cut the bucking. I take off about 1 centimeter. The reason is so when I wrap the bucking with the Teflon tape, the tape does not interfere with the C-clip keys that are cut into the barrel. I am wiping off the barrel with denatured alcohol to remove any wax or grease. I have seen some folks lube the bucking with silicone to assist with assembly. I highly discourage this practice, as the silicone oil will not dry and can allow the assembly to move and change the alignment of your nub. This can cause your BB to either curve left or right. Carefully install the bucking and make sure the contact patch is perfectly aligned in the window that is cut into the barrel. This takes a bit of practice, but it's worth the effort. Pressing on the bucking where the nub rides, you can see here the contact patches centered and even. Wrap the bucking with Teflon tape. It does not take much. 1.5 wraps should be good. Recheck the bucking contact patch alignment. I'm also replacing the nub, and I find this easier to disassemble the HopUp to do this. Some units you can just remove the nub tensioner arm, but in this case all gears need to come off. Again, be careful not to lose any parts. Notice the pin that holds the nub arm? My practice is to install it from the back side of the HopUp assembly. This way, if it comes loose, it won't fall out the injection port, but is held in place by the upper assembly. I'm also going to clean the HopUp unit with some denatured alcohol. Okay, now for a little spit. Yes, a bit gross, but it does help with assembly and dries and does not remain slippery. Make sure the barrel is aligned properly. You don't want to twist the barrel at this stage. The cut in the barrel goes down. Install the C-clip and then brass ring if equipped. Now wrap the Teflon tape. Some units use a spring instead of a ring. You may need to modify exactly where the tape is being used depending on your specific unit. Let's assemble the HopUp. I use a dab of super lube to hold the nub into the tensioner arm. It also allows the nub to move smoothly during adjustment. One critical item is to check how much tension or hop the nub is providing when the HopUp is turned all the way off. With a tensioner arm attached and the HopUp all the way off, very little or no bucking patch should be seen at the end of the barrel. Not setting this up correctly will cause your BBs to overhop, and some people incorrectly address this problem by running heavier BBs. You can correct this by finding the HopUp tension arm where the nub sits, or my preferred method, cut off a bit of the back of the nub, allowing it to sit higher in the arm. If you mess up a new nub, it's cheaper to replace than a HopUp assembly. Make sure to cut the nub evenly. It's better to take off too little than too much. Now let's check the refit. It looks good. Time to reassemble the rest of HopUp and test fire. This mod will greatly improve your FPS consistency, increasing your replica's accuracy. You can apply this concept to your pistol or other replicas as well. It just takes a bit of trial and error. Thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of AP's Airsmithing and Airsoft Tips and Tricks. Please stay tuned for future episodes.